Hey, it's David Baer here from Baer on Marketing. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to get free traffic to your blog, how to sort of maximize the amount of opportunities that you have to get free traffic. Now, you can also pay to get traffic to your blog. You could post ads on places like Facebook or Twitter. You can actually just post traffic to your articles, for example. If you have a blog post and you want to advertise that post, you can run traffic to it. There's lots of other places to do it, but we're really focusing here on the idea of free traffic. So point number one is that when you are building a blog, you want to focus as narrowly as possible. This is really important because the more general you are in your content, the stuff that you are writing, if you are trying to make it for a really wide audience, it's less likely to be found. So the more specific that you are in your general subject matter, let's say you are blogging about health. Health is a very big subject, and attracting people to your blog based around the subject of health as broad as it is may be very difficult. But if you are focusing on a particular area of health, maybe it's to do with different parts of the body, or women's health at a certain age, or particular ailments or allergies or other very specific things, the more likely you are to be able to attract a specific audience who's going to want to come over and over to see the content that you have there. So focusing narrowly, it's always very difficult to focus down like that for a lot of folks. I highly recommend it. Next, use keywords. Now, when I say keywords, this is really tapping into search engines' ability to point readers in your direction. And so if you make a list, once you know your specific focus, make a list of various words that are going to be most likely searched for. Then you want to make sure that you use those words and phrases. There's a lot of tools out there. There are plenty of Chrome plugins that you can just add to your extensions that you can add to your browser. And a great one is something called Keyword Anywhere, I think. And then when you start typing in things that people might be typing in to search for what you have on your blog, it'll automatically give you lots of additional suggestions about keywords that you might want to use. So that's a great way to sort of get a little bit better sense of how people are searching, what terms they're looking for, so that you can put yourself in front of that traffic. Next, you want to be posting consistently. Now, that doesn't mean you have to post every single day. That could be incredibly exhausting, but you want to make sure that you are doing it regularly and consistently, whether it's once every 3 days or once a week, whatever your routine is. Make sure there's always new content, because as you develop a following, they're going to be looking for more material from you. Then, you want to put relationships above profit. Don't position your blog to be all about the ads that it's on or the things that you are promoting through affiliate links or your particular products. Focus on the relationship first. I promise that the profits will follow, because the blog medium really is much more about you as an individual or you as a business, personality-wise, getting people to know, like, and trust you before they buy. And so if you focus on building relationship first, you're going to benefit in the long run. You want to also use strong headlines or titles on your posts. This is really important in terms of getting people to look up and pay attention. You have the choice of a bland post, kind of like the video title that I gave is, how to get free traffic to your blogs. That's not necessarily the most engaging title. I could have gone with something more like, and maybe I will, maybe I'll change it, how to maximize your blog traffic or something like that. There's a lot more emphasis in the word maximize than get, for example. So there are a lot of great headline structures that you might want to follow and emulate. There are great, just Google something like great headline formulas or blog title formulas, and you'll see lots of returns of different lists where you can find ways to position your headline better. Have an SEO strategy overall. We've been talking about search engine optimization a couple of times already. SEO is the key to a lot of people finding you online. Now, that's not the only way that you're going to get traffic, and I'll talk about another way in a moment, but really, if people are typing in a search and you are able to be found in that search results up near the top of the first page, that's really going to be to your benefit. Interaction is the key, and this is the other point that I was about to make about where to get traffic. Number one, interaction is interaction with people who are reading your blog. Whether you have comments open or not, if people are commenting and they are asking questions or not, making statements, you want to make sure to reply, to respond to them. You want to interact with that audience. There's that response to somebody goes a long way in terms of building that relationship that I mentioned earlier. But interaction with your blogging community overall, if there are other people who are blogging on the subject matter, there's a benefit to maybe doing guest posts on each other's blogs, for example. There's search engine optimization benefit there. So finding ways to collaborate and maybe do some joint venture work with other bloggers in your space could be very beneficial. And this goes for business just as much as it does for a solo entrepreneur out there who is running, a personal blog. You also want to make sure you have the right tone for your audience. Knowing who your audience is and what they're going to respond to, how they're going to respond is incredibly important. And so striking that balance, striking that tone correctly is important. So again, if we look back to that very first point that I made about focusing narrowly, the more narrowly you focus, the better idea you have about who that audience actually is. And so when you know the audience, you know what's going to be acceptable and what's not. And then finally, you got to be patient. Rome wasn't built overnight, and a blog is not going to get tons and tons of traffic overnight. But if you slowly and regularly build on your efforts, you're going to have a great deal of success over the course of time. Now, these are just a few key pointers. You can get a lot more great pointers and specific step-by-step instructions inside the Unlimited Blog Traffic course that is part of the MyNAMS Profit Planners system. Now, if you're not familiar with the Profit Planners, I'll show you very quickly. It's a membership site where you get a group of training on a particular subject. In this case, this one is the blogging or traffic to your blog content that I've been sharing with you. But each and every month there is a new training with step-by-step instructions about how to effectively build out a piece of your online business. And you can see this is a screenshot from my membership portal. There are topics ranging from list building to email marketing to affiliate marketing, productivity and business structure, and a whole lot more in there. Now, you can go grab that down at the link below this video. You can get a little bit more detail on how this works, but let me just share with you how they offer the membership. You can either do it monthly, you can do it annually, or you can do a one-time payment and get all past profit planners as well as all future profit planners. That's the one here in the middle. And, I got to say, quite honestly, this is the one that I own, and it is a no-brainer if you are serious about your business. And so if and when you do get the one-time payment option, you can also take advantage of grabbing one of my 6 bonuses that I offer. Here's a list of them, and when you check out, you'll be given a link where you can request whichever one of these you want. But they cover either email marketing or copywriting, lifecycle marketing, social media marketing. There's a very cool piece of software that I sell for opt-ins on mobile devices, and then a graphics toolkit as well. You get to pick one of those when you pick up the profit planners for the one-time price. And so you can get a lot more detail about that at the link below this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I wish you much success in getting tons of traffic to your blog.